When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Demon Deacons will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Rides the back and leaves it. Across the 45. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Snagged in the middle, it's Gibson. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, a lot of times you're trying to throw slants against man coverage. If you're going to do it against zone, it's got to be so precise, and that time just a little bit off, and that's why it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The give to the tailback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Tucker. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better...
Hits the afterburners! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
On first down from the 13-yard line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on the money. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter.
Touchdown! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Pulls it fired complete. Crosses to 35. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Demon Deacons, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, give on the inside. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Let's take a second here and talk Wake Forest. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45 a lot of times. So many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Looking to pass, it's Hayes. Always always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Diggs. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got him downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wake Forest. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Davidson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got the quick pass. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. The give out of the gun. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try the run. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On fourth down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The corners are walked up tight. Catch in the middle. It's Sampson. At midfield, he's got room. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Wake. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of...
Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Gives it on the option. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to pass. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Florida State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On third down, he drops to throw. Going deep. Pulls it in down the middle. Running free. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Vanderbilt. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown Seminoles. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our...
Makes the grab down the middle. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Demon Deacon. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Wide open on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Seminoles are flying down the field. They just keep firing, using his legs to buy some time. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback in
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And you wonder if that interception...
This offense has it with really good field position. Running back searching for a hole. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Got his man on the right.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
And the Noles have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it. And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. Guys guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
A strike downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
He might want another play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Off-play action on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Davidson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's got it. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
Timeout, Wake Forest.
The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw again. Into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And they will score. Touchdown, no! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Florida State, 28.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably... The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Davidson. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a really nice gain. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense with the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's nickel. Moves around to clear up the vision. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed,
touchdown, Florida State! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will... Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Might be changing the route. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Gibson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Converts on 4th down, still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the...
Breaks into the open. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Nickel. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Seminoles are on the move. A 1st down run in the red zone. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Seminoles! Great job by the back on the option.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back.
So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. Hold and fire complete. At the 40, there he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's nickel. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Noles! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20. Yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's taking the deep shot. He's got it at the 15. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. The offense changing the play. To throw, it's nickel. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to the big tight end. This time he's got it. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Finds his man. It's Gibson. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Off play action. That's caught. It's James. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Pass completion moved the...